In social circles, someone's testing your boundaries. The sharpest men don't start wars, but they're always ready to end them. Preparation is everything. The most successful men build their arsenals in peacetime. They sharpen their skills when no one's watching. Save money when the checks are rolling in. Build networks before they need favors. And stay in fighting shape when no one's throwing punches. Machiavelli put it perfectly. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves. Be both, cunning enough to see the game and strong enough to dominate it. This mindset shifts how you move through the world. In business, anticipate the competitor who's plotting to undercut you. In relationships, know that loyalty is tested when options arise. In social settings, recognize that every interaction is a subtle power play. The man who's prepared for conflict rarely has to fight. People sense his readiness and pick easier targets. Train your mind, body, and resources like a warrior in peacetime, and you'll walk through life untouchable. The truth number 5. Strength, not niceness, commands respect. Here's the biggest lie you were fed. Be nice and people will love you. Machiavelli saw through that nonsense. Men are so simple and so inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims. Niceness is about avoiding discomfort. Goodness is about doing what's right, even when it's tough. Why do women say they want nice guys but chase the bad boy? Because they confuse niceness with weakness and strength with goodness. Nice guys dodge hard conversations. Good men lean into them. Nice guys seek approval. Good men earn respect. Look at any titan, CEOs, presidents, champions. Are they nice in the way most people mean it? Not a chance. They're fair, just, even compassionate, but they don't bend over backward to please. They're not afraid to disappoint those who don't matter. Strength paired with kindness is magnetic. Niceness without backbone is forgettable. You can be kind without being weak, good without being a pushover. The man who masters this balance doesn't just win respect, he commands it. This truth cuts through every layer of life. In negotiations, the nice guy gets steamrolled. The strong man sets the terms. In relationships, the nice guy gets friend-zoned. The good man builds attraction through confidence and boundaries. In leadership, the nice guy is ignored. The strong man inspires loyalty. Don't be the victim of your own need to please. Be the man who sees clearly and acts decisively. You're now armed with 5 truths that will forever change how you navigate the world. Society didn't teach you this because it wants men who are tame, predictable, and weak. But you're not that man anymore. You know people are driven by emotion, not reason. You know loyalty must be earned and reciprocated. You know reputation is a weapon, conflict is inevitable, and strength trumps niceness. This isn't about becoming a manipulator. It's about becoming unshakable in a world that's always playing angles. Machiavelli's ultimate lesson: it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Above all, never be ignored. You now hold the keys to command attention, respect, and power. Wield them wisely. If this hit you like a thunderbolt, stick with me. Subscribe. Because we're just scratching the surface of the strategic thinking that separates the 1% from the rest. Ready to go deeper? Dive into my next breakdown of Machiavelli's most dangerous principle: how to make people crave your approval. But beware, this rabbit hole is dark, deep, and not for the faint of heart. Are you ready to see how far it goes? Buckle up, because I'm about to blow the lid off everything you thought you knew about human nature. In the next 15 minutes, I'm handing you a master key. A lens so sharp it'll reshape how you navigate every conversation, every relationship, every power play for the rest of your life. Your dad didn't teach you this. Your teachers? They wouldn't dare. Most men stumble blindly through their days, straight to their graves, never grasping these truths. But you're about to see the world as it really is, raw, unfiltered, and pulsing with opportunity for those bold enough to seize it. 500 years ago, a man named Niccolo Machiavelli dared to write down the most explosive, dangerous insights into human behavior ever recorded. His words were so potent, so unsettling, that the Catholic Church banned his book, The Prince, branding it heresy. These weren't just musings. They were a forbidden blueprint for power, a manual studied in secret by kings, generals, and CEOs, while they publicly denounced it to keep the masses in line. Why? Because Machiavelli didn't sugarcoat reality. He exposed how humans actually operate, not the fairy tale we tell ourselves, not the polite veneer we hide behind, but the gritty, primal truth of what drives us. So why weren't you taught this? Why didn't your father sit you down and lay out these principles? Simple, he probably didn't know them himself. Society's been feeding you a carefully crafted lie. That understanding power makes you a villain. That thinking strategically makes you a manipulator. That seeing the world clearly makes you a cynic. We've been conditioned to believe ignorance is a virtue, that playing nice keeps you safe. Well, I'm here to shatter that illusion. I'm about to make you sharp, powerful, and yes, a little dangerous. Because in a world built on hidden games and unspoken rules, ignorance isn't noble, it's a death sentence. Let's dive into the 5 truths that will arm you to dominate any arena you step into. Truth number 1. People are emotional creatures, not rational machines. Machiavelli saw it clearly. Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see and few can feel. Translation: people don't make decisions based on what's logical or good for them. They chase what looks good, what feels good in the moment. You see this everywhere, every day. Your friend who begs for dating advice but ignores it because it's too much effort. Your co-worker who complains about being broke while dropping $7 on a daily latte. The woman who swears she wants a nice guy but keeps running to the bad boy who lights up her emotions. This isn't a flaw, it's the operating system of human nature. Here's the game changer. Logic doesn't persuade people. Emotions do. If you want to influence someone, don't waste your breath on facts and figures. Paint a vivid picture that taps into their desires, their fears, their need to feel alive or admired. Want to close a deal? Don't just explain why your product is the best. Show your client how it'll make them the hero of their own story. Want to inspire loyalty? Don't appeal to duty. Make people feel valued and seen. The alpha doesn't win arguments by being the smartest in the room. He wins by mastering the art of feelings. Learn this and you'll walk into any room knowing you can steer the outcome. Ignore it and you'll be shouting into the void, wondering why no one listens. This truth runs deeper than you might think. People aren't just swayed by emotions, they're slaves to them. The politician who wins isn't the one with the best policies. It's the one who makes voters feel safe, proud, or angry at the right time. The co-worker who gets promoted isn't always the hardest worker. It's the one who makes the boss feel like they're indispensable. Stop trying to reason people into agreement. Instead, study what they crave: status, security, excitement, and serve it to them on a silver platter. That's power. So truth number 2, loyalty without reciprocity is a sucker's game. Your dad probably told you loyalty is everything. Stand by your friends, your job, your partner, no matter what. It's a noble idea, but Machiavelli would roll his eyes. He wrote, "Since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we must choose between them, it is far safer to be feared than loved." Here's the brutal reality. Loyalty without a two-way street is just you getting played. The most successful men aren't blindly loyal. They're strategically loyal. They give generously but cut ties ruthlessly when the contract is broken. Think about it. That friend who only calls when he needs a favor? Not loyal. The company preaching we're a family while laying off workers without a second thought? Not loyal. The partner who keeps their options open while demanding your full commitment? You guessed it, not loyal. Loyalty isn't a blank check. It's a transaction. If you're giving it and getting nothing back, you're not a saint. You're a fool. Look at the titans of history or the power players you know today. Are they loyal to a fault? Hell no. They build alliances, not altars. They invest in relationships that deliver mutual value and walk away from those that don't. This doesn't mean you betray people or act without honor. It means you demand respect in return for your allegiance. Be a man who inspires loyalty through strength, not one who begs for it through weakness. The moment you stop tolerating one-sided devotion, you stop being a doormat and start being a force. This principle applies everywhere. In business, don't tie your future to a company that won't invest in you. In friendships, surround yourself with people who lift you up as much as you lift them. In relationships, demand a partner who matches your commitment. Loyalty is a currency. Spend it wisely and never give it away for free. Truth number 3, reputation is your sharpest weapon. Machiavelli understood something most men miss. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. In the game of human interaction, perception isn't just part of reality, it is reality. Most guys think authenticity means baring their soul, spilling every doubt and flaw. That's a recipe for irrelevance. Strategic authenticity means curating what people see while staying true to your core. Your reputation isn't about being liked. It's about being respected, feared, or admired, depending on what serves your goals. Want to be seen as competent? Stop complaining about problems and start presenting solutions. Want to be valuable? Don't always be available. Scarcity creates demand. Want to be powerful? Never explain your decisions to people who have no sway over your life. The men whining about being misunderstood are the ones with the weakest reputations. They think if people just knew the real them, everything would change. Wrong. The real you is irrelevant. What matters is the version of you that moves the needle. Look at any magnetic figure, a CEO, a politician, a leader. They don't overshare. They project. They craft a persona that aligns with their purpose. Consistency, mystery, and a touch of calculated vulnerability create a reputation that pulls people in. Want to see this in action? Watch how the most respected men carry themselves. They don't beg for approval, they command it. They don't overshare, they reveal just enough to keep you intrigued. Build a reputation that opens doors and you'll never need to knock. This goes beyond individuals. Companies, brands, even nations thrive or fall on their reputations. Apple isn't just selling phones, it's selling a lifestyle. Leaders like Elon Musk don't just innovate, they craft myths that make people want to follow them. Your reputation is your brand. Guard it fiercely, shape it deliberately, and wield it like a weapon. Theory 4. Conflict is inevitable. Prepare for it in peacetime. Your dad probably told you to avoid fights, keep the peace, play nice with everyone. Machiavelli? He'd call that cowardice disguised as virtue. There is no avoiding war. It can only be postponed to the advantage of others. Conflict isn't some random event that happens to you. It's a constant undercurrent in every corner of life. In your career, someone's always gunning for your spot. In relationships, someone's waiting to take your place.